When they tell you it's over, you will shrug your shoulders, raise your lips to form what you believe to be a smile, allowing them the shreds of hope they hold. You will go through the motions to indicate that you agree. Things will be different now, you say, having spent tedious hours grinding your past to dust, medicating the world within you. In an attempt to extinguish the flame consuming your mind without putting out the light that guides your way, you have learned that you cannot see in the dark and that the flames must be tamed. They must confine them without letting them define you, align you to a reality that does not exist. And you learn that it is not easy. At first, you will spend night after night after night recollecting the shredded scraps of somebody, scratched picture frame, empty silhouette of the soul they claim you are. You won't remember, you won't believe them. You have spent far too long living in the ticks of the clock, living in the distant, desperate cry for help under layers of heavy skin and dripping eyes, and a lifeless body that spoke the art of false compromise. You will have to record moments on the back of your hand to remind yourself that this world has always been beautiful. You will set in motion another string of events in order to feel as if your life has a purpose. Create another routine of washing and drying, cooking and bathing, forgetting and remembering. You will bury the bodies in your closet, fully acknowledging the fact that you will one day have to deal with the consequences. You will cradle this hole in your chest and fall asleep hoping to not dream of him again. You'll wake up and start over again and again and again. You will sew yourself back together again and again and again. You will begin to wander the depths of yourself in search of meaning after all has been lost. The leaves have fallen, the soil void of nutrients, the breeze sharp and the words hollow. Only you are alive, breathing in a hole in a world dismantled to its core. You decide that you cannot let the embers reach the fragile trees, made vulnerable by the chilly seasons, susceptible to the slightest touch of warmth. Once embraced, they will ignite, and they will lose themselves in what they once had. When they tell you it's over, you will remember broken lawn chairs and early sunsets. You will remember that it is possible to perish in a perfect paradise, that this disease has no cure. You're left to endure every emotionless episode with mechanics as a mind and reciprocation as a result, and guilt as a garden blooming in the pit of your stomach, because every fucking thing you do is like a goddamn lie. You won't know how to forgive yourself for everything you don't know. You won't be able to forgive yourself for tainting this world with bitten fingernails and bittersweet remorse and broken promises. I know I promised I'd stay. I promised I'd be with you forever. I'm so sorry. It's for the better that we're no longer together, that I left everything we once were in an unsent love letter. And during these moments, you will forget that you're human. You will forget that you once held your tear-stained sister in your arms with her back to your chest, that your relationship with her was nothing but scattered ashes and bone, dirty tissues lying near the unanswered phone, and she was still when you were silent, and you were saying nothing and everything all at once. You will forget the remaining change you have paid for the customers in your lane. You will forget falling in love with the dust in her hair, the shirt she always seemed to wear. You will forget the tears you wiped from your best friend's cheeks. You will forget the people you have saved, the nights you have spent awake begging her not to take her life. You will forget telling him that he is enough, that you are proud when he is able to push his body out of bed, and you are proud when he spends all day under covers, because he is alive and he is trying. He is holding on to a future he doesn't know exists. There will be days when you will forget that you have ever been anything but a monster. And there will be days when you will wake up and you will shrug. You'll think that the sun in the sky is a bit brighter, the weight on your chest is a bit lighter. You will have become a goddamn fighter. You will laugh when your mother jokes again, and the casual formation of his name on familiar tongue will not remind you of the stories you never finished writing. You'll embrace fresh skin or drive down different roads, clasp sweaty palms in reassurance and realizing that you are loved. Wrap your worries in the wonder of this world that you are missing out on. You will dance barefoot above death with eternity in your throat and fearlessness in your lungs. You'll remember when you were a child expressing creativity in unstructured poems and short stories, back when you didn't worry about reaching a level of unrealistic perfection. And you'll understand that not much has really changed, that you have painted yourself into a portrait of the person you strive to become. You will have written yourself into chapters of pain and glory. You will mold your best friend's words into your skin until they have become a part of you, inscribed in stone and plastered to your lips, so that every boy you kiss will know you were beautiful before he told you so. You have always been the product of your own serene self-esteem, built on the grave of the girl you were at 13. A masterpiece is still a masterpiece when the lights are off and the room is empty. A masterpiece is still a masterpiece when the lights are off and the room is empty. One day, you will realize that you cannot protect from calamity. You can only embrace it as it sweeps over you like the sudden realization that you have forgotten something so incredibly important, that you have once ripped off the wings of the butterfly before it had the chance to fly. And when the bark peels in thin layers, you will scream, you will cry, but you will emerge. You will build yourself from the debris, from the broken limbs and scattered memories. You will rise from the ground as a holy empire. Fire dancing within you, fire contained, chains slain by the bloody sword you have forged from your tears. And you will realize that it will never be over. That what was never broken can never be fixed. And you will finally learn to let go, to set fire to the person you used to know. You will taste the ashes on your tongue to remind yourself of what you have risen from.
That was Rebecca.